Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Where them bloggers at? Where them bloggers at? Where they at? Where they at? Where they at? Where you light up?
Natural diva, Tamika and Sierra, 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 Tamika and Sierra. Yeah.
The deodorants that we use, a lot of the mainstream deodorants that we use are actually, the first ingredient is aluminum. And aluminum actually has been linked to breast cancer. High levels of exposure to aluminum has been linked to breast cancer in women as well as men, but of course women get it more often. And so when I read that, you know, I was kind of like, when I heard that and then I researched it myself, I was like, wow, you know, like, even with all of these, you know, warnings against it or against this, people are still using it, people are still putting it in our deodorants. And so I decided to go ahead and try this this brand of natural deodorant, and it doesn't have the aluminum base that has been linked to cancer. At first I was like, the first ingredient, the ingredients are ammonium alum, and I was like, well, why would I want to put ammonium? But I did do some research, and those are actually just natural mineral salts that occur in salts. And basically that's all this is a salt. And it doesn't, one thing about it, it doesn't cause you, it's not an antiperspirant. It's not antiperspirant, sorry. So you will sweat, but what it does, it keeps you from stinking. And I can tell you it's worked for me. Now, to be honest though, I wasn't used to sweating because I've been using antiperspirants as well as deodorants since I've needed to use deodorant, and I wasn't used to sweating, so it kind of caught me off guard. So when I go to, like, if I have a nice party to go to or something like that, I will put on the regular aluminum laden deodorant just because I don't want big, you know, sweat stains. And that's just something I'm gonna have to grow through. I'm not there yet where I can just say, hey, I'm sweating, I'm cool with that. But I mean, it is what it is. I'm taking the first step to not, you know, use regular deodorant every day. But this is just something that I use as an everyday deodorant. And if, you know, like I said, if I don't want to sweat, then I'll use the regular. But I'm not recommending you do that. I'm just saying that's where I am right now. I just don't want to have sweat stains. Any comments on that?
Nope, that's interesting.
And if you want to do some research, like I said, the biggest thing I can tell you is just do your research and kind of just research the ingredients in your deodorant. I know I researched the ingredients in the crystal, and it really just is a mineral salt that people use. And another deodorant that people use are limes. They actually just take aged limes and cut them and use them as a deodorant as well, and that also cuts down, that cuts the bacteria that causes odor. Again, it does not stop the sweat it does not stop sweat production, but it does keep the odor down. Okay. The next natural things that I have, I use natural fragrances, and the reason why I do that is because a lot of mainstream fragrances are laden with alcohol, which again dry out your skin. What I've also learned about perfumes is that, well, alcohol-laden perfumes, is that they really don't last long. Especially if there's actually perfumes that are really, really expensive, cost maybe $150 to $160 an ounce, and they're thick. They're really, really thick. You only just take it and you dab, and that's the quality. That's the sign of a quality perfume. A lot of perfumes now, even though they cost $60, you know, maybe for like 3 ounces, that may be seem cheap, but you're really not getting the quality. And I didn't realize that until I started researching, you know, different high-end perfumes that are really thick, like so they don't have the alcohol in it, and that was the point of what I was saying. So at the store, we make oils, fragrance oils, and the oils work for me, one, because they last longer, and they work better with my chemistry, and they don't dry out my skin. So this is very good. Right now I have Egyptian musk in my hand, and this smells really good. This is actually a really older scent, like it's been around for a very long time, the actual Egyptian musk scent. And you can find it at almost every, you know, natural care store if they sell oils. And if they sell oils, they're going to have Egyptian musk. This is actually a fragrance. It's a little bit thinner, and the reason because of that is because it doesn't have any alcohol in it, but it's a mixture of different oils, and it's called African musk. And this is like the best smelling stuff. I just love the smell of African musk. And it's just a mixture of different oils. I'm not sure exactly what, but it just smells so good. I wish you could smell. I wish we had smell-o-vision so you could understand that this stuff smells good. It just depends on where you go. Like if you, it kind of depends on where you go, because different people mix different oils, and they may call it the same name, but it may not. I personally get that particular African musk scent from a woman who frequents our store, our Healthy Living store, and she just does an awesome job. Okay, moving on.
Oh yeah, Clark. I tried this maybe a good 30 minutes ago, and I tried it, and it smells really good. Like it smells like I can still smell it. Like I just feel like it's all on me actually at this point, and I only just rubbed it on a little bit. But like even as far as like when I touch my skin where I put it, as opposed to where I didn't have anything, it even feels softer. So that's another like added benefit to it, is that, you know, you kind of get a softer skin because it is an oil as opposed to an alcohol laden product like the other perfumes, because of its thickness, and you just kind of get a better feeling from it as well. And they smell really nice.
Yeah, they really smell nice. Grapeseed oil, I swear by grapeseed oil. I love grapeseed oil, and I can just say that this really is I would say a one-trick pony. Huh, that's what I was going for, one-trick pony.
One-stop shop?
One-stop shop, one-trick pony? Yeah, okay. It's an older term. But the grapeseed oil, of course, it's the oil of grapeseed. But it has three properties in it that keep it from clogging your pores, and it also, if you use it for a facial conditioner, or sorry, not conditioner, moisturizer, as well as a hair moisturizer, and it has stearic, misstearic, and the other one, it starts with I can never say this, linoleic. And okay, research it, but I'll read to you. It says it has linoleic, oleic, stearic, palmitic, meseritic, and lauric fatty acids. And like I said, I gotta do some more research on the first three, but I know that they're just really good for moisturization. And one thing I like about it, as I've already repeated, Amy, but when I use it on my face, it keeps your face moisturized, especially in the winter, but it does not clog your pores. And it's not, you know, just chemical heavy, it's just pure grapeseed oil. The only drawbacks that I can say to grapeseed oil is just make sure you get a good container, because mine is in a very bad, like it doesn't hold the grapeseed. Like as you can see, my hands are kind of like oily right now because the bottle does not hold the oil. So if you get grapeseed oil, just make sure it's in a very tight packaging so you don't get it everywhere.
Another thing with grapeseed oil, kind of to piggyback on what you said, if you read the blog that I did a couple of weeks back where I researched different oils and their ability to kind of clog your pores, some of the oils that I think clog the pores the most are like the ones that I use. Let's see. I think like olive oil, coconut oil, like thicker oils are more likely to clog your pores. But when I did do my research, it did say that grapeseed oil is one of least to cause your pores. And then another thing